Greetings. Welcome back to my channel. Today I want to talk about what does it mean to claim yourself and take ownership of your mind, your thoughts, your emotions, your soul, your spirit, and your body. First, I would like to start off by explaining the power behind setting an intention and when you speak words. When you are speaking, a lot of the times we're not aware of the words that we're using. Therefore, no matter what you say or how you say it, you are co-creating your reality. I've noticed how once I started claiming myself and taking ownership and accountability for my thoughts, my beliefs, how I feel, my spirit, the energy I emit within my body, the life force energy that is harnessed within my body, my temple, I am also claiming that energy as well. When I claim myself, I am setting a very big intention and affirmation when I speak it out loud and I say, Anakaren, is taking full ownership and accountability over this body, over this mind, over how I feel, my soul, and my spirit. I am now taking ownership and accountability for my entire existence and consciousness. One of the intentions I set and I allow myself to be mindful when I speak out loud, claiming myself, my entire existence and consciousness, is allowing myself to be connected to my own inner guidance, my own intuition. Why is this important? I find it very important because a lot of the times we are receiving information from our intuition. When you claim yourself, you are now taking complete ownership and responsibility for your own beliefs and how you perceive your reality and how you choose to accept what's being presented in front of you. You are no longer walking around being unconscious and unaware of what you are allowing yourself to accept, perceive, and receive. When you claim yourself, you are also eliminating the possibility of any confusion being in your temple, in your mind, in your emotions. You are allowing the space for clarity to enter, to be welcomed, so that when you make decisions and choices in your life, you are coming from a place of being guided, being connected with spirit, with your true, authentic self. And this is something that I found it to be very beneficial on my path and on my journey towards achieving self-mastery. Whether you are conscious or unconscious about this, something that I've recently picked up on is us humans, we are constantly producing and emitting an amount of energy. The energy can be low, high, it doesn't matter, but at the end of the day, we are producing a lot of energy. Our emotions emit energy, our thoughts emit energy, the intentions emit energy. Anything that we're doing is constantly producing energy. Now, whether you want to believe this or not, we are multidimensional and we are not the only ones that exist in this vast and expansive universe. With that being said, there are also unknown forces or spirits or other consciousness that reside within this reality while we are here all at the same time. And when you are walking around your path or you are living your life unaware of how your energy can affect the global consciousness that we all reside in, it is important that you take empowered action by allowing yourself to be empowered. One of the ways that I do this is through my prayer. I contribute this small section, and I'm going to show you. You can start off by saying, today I choose to take ownership of my entire being, my soul, my spirit, my heart, my body, my temple, and the energy around me. I take full ownership. I am claiming myself. Anakaren, claims her entire body, her temple, her soul, her spirit, her mind, and her heart. Just by setting that simple intention towards your prayer, you are speaking volumes in power. Now, I'm going to share a story, and I'm going to allow myself to be vulnerable with you guys and share something that happened to me last year on this time. I was walking into a vegan fast food place, and I was kind of hungry. I remember waiting for my food, waiting to get my food, and I was standing up. The moment I entered this restaurant, I remember a rush of energy entering my body. I at first was like, just like anybody would be like, it's nothing, like it's whatever. So I ignored it, and with time, long story short, I went from standing up to being unconscious. So physically, my body was unconscious. However, I was conscious during this state because I remember everything that happened to me. I remember that I immediately entered this space that was completely black. There was nothing around me, and I didn't feel my body anymore. There was nothing for me to touch. There was nothing for me to feel or like feel, I guess. And I remember being kind of terrified because I was standing up, and I went from standing up waiting for my food to being in this empty space where it's just empty. There's nothing. Shortly after that, I remember panicking because I wanted to get back into my body, and I had no clue as to why I wasn't in my body. While being in this empty black space, I remember I suddenly started to hear a lot of voices, and they were extremely loud. It almost felt like I was tapping into a radio station where everybody was connected to it, all their thoughts were connected to it. And this was very overwhelming for me because I've never experienced something like this before, where not only am I in this reality where I don't even know what's going on, but I can't even feel my body. And I have no idea why I'm not in my body. I didn't give my consent or my permission to be unconscious, as you may say. So I immediately in my brain started telling myself, or started thinking to myself, I need to get back into my body. And from that moment on, I fought, and I put all my focus in getting back into my body. I remember that I started opening my eyes, and as I opened my eyes, I realized that I was in this world, this other world. It looked just like this one. I was at a street light waiting for, I guess, to cross the street, and there was people passing by. And I remember like being lured into this other world, and I almost literally felt like this was my world. And for a split second, I was able to remember, hold on, this isn't my world. This I don't belong here. I was just standing up waiting for my food, and I am no longer getting my food. What's going on? I need to get back to my body. So I allow my intuition to speak to me, and I allow myself to receive guidance. And one of the things that I did was to listen to the voice that was the most resonance, the voice that I had the most connection to. Now keep in mind, during this whole time, I'm still hearing a lot of voices, a whole bunch of voices. And I remember hearing this one very clear, distinctive voice, and it sounded like it was coming from an intercom, like up from above. And I remember I started paying attention to that voice, and as I started and I put all my focus and all of my energy towards listening to this voice, I can hear my name being called. And like I said, it literally took everything in me to focus on this voice. I opened my eyes, and as I opened my eyes, I realized I'm completely drenched in sweat. I could barely breathe, like I'm gasping for air, and I barely have any energy to move anything in my body. Like I'm completely, like my body feels heavy. I remember I was like, okay, like I'm alive, like I made it back to my body, like it's time to celebrate. But I couldn't even celebrate because shortly after that, this energy that was in my body, I can feel it rising up again and starting to do the same thing again. I remember telling my partner at the time, I can feel it coming again. I can feel my body doing this again. and he told me, just hold on to me, listen to my voice. Shortly right after that, within a second, I went back into this empty black space, and I started panicking because I didn't give my consent for this to happen. I mean, everything was perfectly fine prior to this entire experience. I was fine. I was actually laughing. Everything was good. How do I go from everything being good to a complete shutdown, was my thought. So again, I focused with everything that I had in me and all my focus and energy towards listening to my name. And thank goodness my partner at the time, I don't know what guided him to do this, but he was speaking my name out loud in my ear over and over again. There was people around, but there was nobody helping him. And I literally feel like I was fighting for my life. I wake up again and I'm like, what is going on? Like, why is this happening to me? And I can feel this rush of energy again, literally rising up, like slowly, like trying to take me back. And this time I said, no, I am not gonna allow this to happen. I'm gonna be empowered. So it was then that I allowed myself again for my intuition to speak to me and be guided. And I started to claim myself. I started to claim my temple. I started to claim my mind. I started to take ownership of my spirit and my soul and my heart. It wasn't that I started speaking this out loud, that this energy, whatever it was, went away. The reason I share this is a lot of us are walking around with unaware to other energies that reside within our space. And a lot of the times we're being spiritually attacked without even knowing it. And this is why I wanted to share this. Other consciousness do exist and reside at the same time we are here within this reality, this world, right? And when you are walking around unconscious, unaware, you are more likely to be a victim towards these other consciousness that are seeking, or spirits that are seeking to take part of a body so that they can be an expression, more of an expansive expression on this plane. And I'm here just to simply share one of the tricks that I've been using towards achieving self-mastery and self-completion as well. Right now, more than ever, prayer is super important. And whatever prayer life you have, I suggest that you include taking ownership of your own thoughts, beliefs, emotions, and your body and your spirit and your soul. When you say these words of affirmation, allow your heart to be connected to these words and the intention to be clear. As long as your intention is clear, you're good. If this video was helpful, let me know. Comment down below. Let me know that this video was helpful. Like this video, share this video, and when you know better, you do better.